Hello, Happy New Year. Uh, it is uh, it is January already. It's crazy. January 1st is always a time of New Year's resolutions and resets and all these things. And I realized since probably October that there were routines in my life that I wanted to start up again. I had left them for different reasons and realized that they actually were a benefit to me. So this video is all on 4 routines that I'm going back to and one new one. If you are new, welcome. My name is Lorianne. I am 61 and I am semi-retired, and that is something I'm also thinking about for 2026, whether I will retire from the classroom or whether I will hang on for another year. I don't know yet. But anyways, let's talk about some routines that I'm returning to. And number one is hydration. This past year, I've had 2 incidents where I was told I was not getting enough fluids. I was dehydrated. One was in October when I had kidney stones and I was in the ER for a few hours. And then recently in early December, I started noticing something else happening health-wise, and how many glasses of water are you drinking or what are you doing? And so I realized, yeah, I mean, one of the biggest reasons why I don't drink water is because my classroom is a ways from the bathroom, and for me as a teacher, I gotta wait until I'm on a break. And if I'm drinking regularly, I go to the bathroom more than, in shorter times. And to be told as a teacher, you gotta wait, it's hard. So I just kind of gave that up. I just gave up drinking water. I probably drink 1 glass the whole day. Like I just sip on it all day, and that's not good. And that's not, like I said, and then to have I think it's the neurologist, can't remember which doctor it was, telling me that I am not even close to what I should be drinking at my age with my health, blah, blah, blah. And not my health isn't bad. It's just, I'm at an age, he told me, that things can start coming up if I'm not taking care of myself. So one of the things that I used to do that I have now started back, I don't wait, by the way, till January 1st to start something. It's the moment I know that I need to introduce this into my life, I start doing it. I don't wait, right? Is juicing. I used to have, and this will date me, but some of you may know this name, Jack LaLanne. I had a Jack LaLanne juicer. I was talking to my sister about this the other night, and she thinks she gave it to me. They had ordered 2 and gave me one of them, which is possible. I'm not totally sure. But I had gotten rid of it when I moved into this home last January. And so I haven't been juicing at least a year. And in some ways, I think my body misses it. So I thought, let's get back to juicing. And I juice every other day. And I bought a new juicer. And I have one of my Christmas gifts was an over the sink strainer, and I just leave it in there to dry because I'm just keeping it out on the counter. But I've gone back to juicing. I only juice one particular drink right now. I want to get back, make sure I'm going to get into this good habit. It's carrot, apple, lemon, ginger. Anyways, and yeah, so I have 1 cup each day. And that's just kind of a start because, again, I don't drink a whole lot during the day. I can sip on a cup of tea. Tea's not necessarily the best drink for hydrating, but that's been one of my starts. And I probably will by the end of January. I used to drink a celery cucumber drink. I'll probably add that one. I haven't done that yet, though. I'm just sticking right now with carrot and apple. Okay? Carrot, apple, lemon, ginger, might add turmeric if I can get a nice quality turmeric, but we'll see. So that's number one. Number two actually has to do with number one, and that is my skin. In my 20s and my 30s, I had a really decent skincare system. I bought when I was in my early 20s a 3-step system where it was a cleanse with a slight of exfoliation, a toner, and a moisturizer, and that literally carried me through my 20s, my 30s, and probably half of my 40s. And it's been at least 15 years since that company left, closed down, whatever, and I never was able to find anything since then. And so I've always done what my thing is, again, minimalist that I am. I did nothing. I would use a little bit of a cleanser on my face. If I stayed home, I barely washed my face. So what has happened since the fall, again, noticing this around October, I was seeing extra lines through my skin. My skin was not as bright as it used to look, and I thought, I need to, I need to do something. So one of the things I did was in early December is I picked up this washcloth that you don't even have to add a product to it. It's just water to wash your face, and that I really liked. But I found again, my skin was still feeling dry, and it's winter as well, so it's going to, it always feels dry at this time of the year. But I decided to return back to putting vitamin C on my skin. I used to do that, and putting a little bit of retinol in the evening, and then moisturizing. So I'm now redeveloping a decent skincare system for my face, and so far, I mean, I won't see any differences. It's only been a week. It's just been over a week. So we'll see in a month or so. And I'm going to continue to develop. I still don't have what I consider a solid cleansing product for my skin. And I'm hearing about, having toners and all these things. And I don't want to get into these, using 7 to 10 products on my face. So right now I'm using 3 products in the morning and 4 at night, I think. And I don't really want to add too many more, but we'll see. So skincare is number 2. Number 3 is part of my Bible study. And I don't know if it was August or September, I started scribing, and I really like it, and I still do it. I haven't had any problem with scribing. In fact, sometimes even if I got like a half an hour before I go to bed, I'm like, hey, I got time to scribe. And so scribing has been easy. Whereas my Bible study, I've actually struggled with the last 4 months. And with Bible study, it's a little bit more work as far as pulling out the Bible, pulling out the commentaries, pulling out all the stuff. And even though I have a nice, cute little basket that I keep all my books in, I found that I didn't pull it out as much this fall. I was trying to join a Bible study group in September, and they waitlisted me. And I realized I need accountability. I like accountability. So I think that was one of the things that kind of hurt me spiritually. So that's what I'm working on. There is another group I'm actually going to try out, but I don't know if they're I think they're more of a seniors social time as opposed to a study time. So we'll find out. Reading hasn't been a problem. In fact, I finished the Bible. When I read in the mornings, I finish the Bible usually by early mid-October, which is what happened. And I'm already in the Psalms for this technically year. I'm halfway through the Old Testament already. So reading is, but reading, I like to read. I like to read the Bible as story, and that's not the same as study. In fact, I'm going to be doing a video on the difference between reading and studying. I think what I need to do is I need to set a certain time of the day to study. and actually put it in my planner. I write sometimes in their study, but right now I'm flipping around too many books, so I need to just kind of focus in on finishing one book. And like I said, I'm hoping to get into a group study because I really enjoy talking to people about the Bible, and I like to talk out things. I don't want to just keep it to myself. So that one I'm still working on, but that's one I need to return to. In keeping with that one, my new one, which I am very excited about, is I joined a women's Christian book club, and I caught it totally by accident, but it was something I was looking at even starting. I was thinking, should I do one? And I thought I'd rather join a group first and see how it works before I start one. Maybe we'll start it in 2026 or maybe even 2027. It's just something I'm keeping on the back burner. But anyway, in the meantime, I've joined a group, and it's one book a month. So, and it's modern and classics, which works on really good with my personal curriculum of creating my own Christian anthology. Yeah, so that just started, and I'm a couple of chapters into the book that we're reading for the month of January. So I'm excited about that because, I think it's important that we connect our faith with other activities, right? And so whether it be reading or whether it be creating or whatever it be, let's try and bring in aspects of fellowship, reflection, the opportunity to share wisdom. And then the last one for me is one that is kind of off and on. And I think, again, since October when I had the kidney stones, it threw off my stretching routine. So one of the things that I did starting in August is I started doing deep squats, and I watched a video where they challenged you to do 100 days, and I've done more than 100 days, and I want to keep going. But when I was sick for a week and a half, you stop, right? And it's super easy to stop good habits like working on your strength, working on your mobility and your flexibility and all that sort of stuff. So one of the things that I started watching again, some videos to think of other ways of being flexible and build strength. Because when you are sick, it's amazing how feeble you feel. And I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to feel that, simple little things in the house can't be lifted by me or whatever it is. I want to feel strong, and I want to feel flexible and mobile. God has given me 2 arms and 2 legs, and I want to be able to use them for as long as I can. So those are my 4, with the 5th one, routines that I am returning to. I would love to hear if you are reintroducing any routines into your life, or maybe just adding a new routine into your life. I'd love to hear about it. And journal prompts. We can't forget our journal prompts. Number 1, what routine or habit from the past made you feel strong, grounded, peaceful, or connected? And why did you step away from it? I mean, sometimes it's just things that happen in life, right? Circumstances, but maybe there was another reason. Number 2, when do I feel most aligned with my values? What's important to me, or what's important to you? And during that time, what were you most consistently doing that probably helped you feel that alignment? And then the last one is, what does letting go of certain routines teach you about yourself, whether that be positively or gently as a warning? Anyway, I hope you are having a lovely start to the new year, and we will see you soon.